afternoon. My name is Milena Benitez, and I am one of the intake paralegals here at the Maryland Volunteer Lawyer Service. I'm going to be talking briefly about applying for our services, what's required, and why. So there are two ways that you can apply for our services. You can either fill out an online application through our website, which is MVLSlaw.org, or you can call our intake line, and you would either speak with myself or another one of our intake paralegals. And that number is 410-547-6537, and that line is open Monday through Thursday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. So after you apply, there's a few things that might happen depending on the type of legal issue that you're seeking help with. So if you are seeking help with a domestic issue such as divorce, custody, adoption, we would be sending you an application in the mail to fill out, and we require with that application, we also require proof of income for all household members. So this could be something like your most recent pay stub, and we would also require court documents. So if you already have an open court case, we would require any documents that have been filed through the court when you send us your application. And if you're looking for assistance with a non-domestic issue such as expungement, creating a will or an estate, power of attorney, things like that, then we would be sending you a text message with a link to our terms and conditions page for you to review and look over, and then just click submit or accept at the bottom. And this would be something that we ask during intake if you consent to receive text messages. So if you do, we would send you a link. If you don't, then we would just mail you a copy version of our terms and conditions page. And there are three different case or legal matters that fall under our non-domestic cases that actually have a bit of a different procedure. So those are bankruptcy, foreclosure, and any tax controversy cases. For those three, we actually do send out applications, and there are some more additional documents that are required for those. So if you're looking for help filing for bankruptcy, we would send out an application, and we also would require 6 months worth of pay stubs, 2 credit reports that can't be older than 6 months, as well as your federal and state income taxes for the last 3 years. For our tax controversy cases, we require proof of income as well as any tax documentation. So this could be notices from the IRS or the Comptroller of Maryland that states the nature of your tax problem, how much money you owe, and what years are involved. And it could also be any income tax returns, things like that, that just give us some documentation of what the issue is. And for our foreclosure cases as well, we also require some additional documentation. So with the application, we also ask for proof of income for all household residents, and if available, there are a couple other things that we ask for. So your most recent mortgage statement, the most recent letter from a lender about foreclosure, the deed of trust for your current mortgage or any second mortgages you have. And we also ask if the deed isn't titled in your name. We ask in the application that you explain the nature of your relationship with the owner. And if the owner is deceased, then we also ask that you state whether or not there has been a deed opened for the owner of the property. So I know that was a lot of information to take in at once, but if you do apply for our services, then you would receive, along with the applications, you would receive a cover letter that state all of those documents that you would need to submit, and anything else that we would need from you. And something that I do like to remind our clients when I speak to them is when you're filling out the application, make sure you take the time to read through each page carefully, so that each page has different questions, so it asks different information. And if we receive an incomplete application, unfortunately we would have to mail it back to the client for them to fill out. So sometimes we get stuck in a bit of a back and forth. So just to not, we try to avoid prolonging the process of reviewing your application. So just taking the time to look over everything carefully and making sure everything is complete. If you do have any questions, or if you're not sure if MVLS might be able to take your or assist you with your legal issue, I recommend calling our intake line. You'll either speak to myself or to one of the other paralegals, and even if your legal issue doesn't fall under the type of issues that MVLS can assist with, the paralegals do try to send all of our callers some good referrals and numbers where they can call to get either legal advice or representation through other programs. So thank you for watching and have a good weekend.